Pikes Bikes, the best motovlogger on the net, and I'll see you there.
Oh, the way that you can just hang off the bike. Cold tyres too. Sit her up, fire out that bend. Hold on. Grip with your knees. Fourth gear. Whoa. Oh yeah, can get used to that. Right then, whoa. Watch for the road. Cracks everywhere. Touchless gear changing. 4, 5, 6. Hello and welcome to Pikes Bikes. This is your host, Mr. Pike, and today I'm going to take you on a 3-bike ride review. First bike we're sampling is the Honda CBF1000, 2008 model, ABS. Yeah, I just wanted to go through what it's like to own a CBF, ride a CBF, and give you guys an idea so you can make your own mind up if you're in the market looking for a bike. Well, I think with the CBF it's a case of what's not to like. The bike literally does everything and more. So the bike's got power, plenty of power. It's got plenty of stomp and torque. Not only that, it's got amazing tank range. You'll get 200 miles to a tank, one fill up between Mansfield and Newquay. It's amazing mile per gallon. So the clutch is nice and light, the gears is nice and light, brakes are good, the exhaust tone, now I've changed the cans, it's fantastic, pops and bangs on the downshift. The handling, the way this thing tips in, it's so inspiring, never feels threatening. Like when I tip my big 14 in, you're like, oh, you know that you're quite far over, it feels a bit nervy. You don't get that sensation on the CBF. It's just an absolute pleasure to ride. And out of all the bikes I've ridden and out of all the bikes I own, if I had to pick one, it would be the CBF. It cost half what I spent on my ZX14. But as a road bike, not a track bike or a top speed bike, as a road bike, it excels in every single way. I've got no complaints at all, and I just want to ride it and not stop. Not sure what else there is to say about it. You know, I've kind of covered everything in a very short space of time. It's got such zip in the mid-range. I think if I had to criticise the bike, then it would be the screen can cause some buffeting, and I did have a screen extender that made it worse. And I think the less screen you have, the less buffeting you get. You wouldn't think that on a sport tourer, the wind buffeting, but yeah, you can get some, although I've not experienced any today. Has it got enough power to dispatch of more or less 98% of vehicles on the road? Yes, it has. With a good rider on it, nailing it off the deck, you know, using the power, not many cars are going to hang with you on the road, if any. Other bikes, yeah, sure, but again, it's down to the rider. Put Guy Martin on this and you on your bike, and guess who's winning? And no, it won't be you. I've seen that geezer go around brands who are phenomenal. Oh, I shouldn't ride it like I'm on a MotoGP bike, but I can't help tipping it in. Speaking of which, let's talk about chicken strips. This bike has 0 chicken strips. Like my brother keeps saying, Matt, you're going to ride off the end of the tyre. You've got to stop like trying to get elbow down. And one day I will. That's followed by my head and my shoulders, knees and maybe toes. Knees and toes. So yeah, I've got to chill. But it's just so, oh, I love it. I love it, I love it. This is the kind of bike I don't want to go home. I just want to stay on it and go from here toward Devon and come back before tea time, because it's just such a pleasure to ride. So this is Pikes Bikes rider rating, the Honda CBF1000. I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. And the only reason it don't get a 10 is because it don't look like an H2 or something. That's the only reason I'd knock it down. Maybe the looks and the occasional buffeting you get. Failing that, honestly guys, this bike is perfect. Absolutely perfect. 5th gear, let's put it into 6. And if we're getting opportunity, we'll overtake this van. Demonstrate the torque capability of this motor. You don't even need to come down a gear. Pull it in for me. Twist it, twist to the wrist, twist to the wrist. Thank you very much. See? A lot of bikes you couldn't do that on. Rolling on its seat. Something else it excels at is how it powers on from very low speed. I can come around this corner around here at 20 mile an hour in 6 and it'll still clear off without knocking it down a gear. Oh, it just wants to. Oh, come on, kid. Whoa. Dun, 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 dun. God, I should have been a track day god. Whoa, come on. Tip it in, tip it in. Cinder up, fire out. Danny Pedrosa styley. I always think of Danny Pedrosa when I'm going through a corner. The way that guy rides, he hangs off and then like he sits it up mid-bend and just fires it out. It's phenomenal. The sound is lovely of this bike. Oh, I just love it. Very turbine-like smooth. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan. I remember once I came down here with my mating car and I turned right here in a GT4, put foot down, it was snowing, skidded, ended up in that pub wall, knocked the wall down, wrote my car off. Down here on my ZX14 and that handles really well as well, and I thought to myself, I wonder how fast I can take this corner on that I'm approaching now before the bike starts to run wide. And I went round it at 90 and it was still holding its line. I think I could take this corner at about 140 on the ZX14 before it starts to lose its line. That's another bike that handles really well. It's nice having that extra bit of rasp from the exhaust. You can alert all the road users of the presence, which could end up saving your life. Matt, steady. Sometimes, oh, weed. I don't know how people are getting away with doing this. It'll take for somebody to kill a politician's daughter or something. Driving with influence of drugs before it's legislated, because at the minute the government don't seem to care, and one day they will, but it'll be too late. Why does somebody have to die for it? Good old government. I must have saved at least 10 minutes by filtering. The traffic's all the way back round the corner. Something else I've noticed, there's more traffic on the road today than there usually is. A lot more potholes as well. But riding the car, sat in traffic, it's not good. Right, visor down. Thinking about it. Safety first. And let's do it. Tucking the elbows in. Cancel indicator. Hear me okay today. I've got my vent open, that's right where the mic is. I hope it's not interfering with the audio quality today. Brake, brake, brake. Fantastic brakes. 220i, 225i. See you, man, son. Got that fight on a GP5. So this will be my last ride on the CBF1000 until like next April, because we're in the 14. So tomorrow I'll be taking the battery off this bike, putting the cover on, and that's it. She'll be hibernating for a good 6 months. So nice little send-off riding it today, and then I can concentrate on my other steeds. It makes me wonder if I shouldn't sell my other bikes. How many bikes do I need? It'll be interesting to ride the ZX14 and interesting to ride the Triumph and get an appreciation and understanding of those bikes, their characteristics, to see if there is a place in life to have more than one bike. At the minute, I'd be happy with just this. Do you know what? Second thoughts, I'm probably not going to pull it. I've got a lot to do today and ride the other bikes. So let me try and go through it now. Mods. Okay, so I'll start with under the seat. Under the seat, I have an auxiliary power box. They're about 15 quid, very cheap, on Amazon. And all it is, it's a box that has 2 wires to the battery and 1 wire to your ignition. And what it is with ignition on, then the box has power. Now in that box it has 4 plus and minus connections, so you can actually add to that box 4 additional power outputs. So for example, heated grips straight into your auxiliary, daytime running lights, fog lights into your auxiliary, always on ignition on, so you don't drain your battery. So that's a very, very worthwhile mod, and I would do it on every bike. I'll take a picture and I'll upload it. Now, so yeah, there's the auxiliary box, which allows you to connect multiple devices. Very, very important. Right, I have to think now. So then coming down through the bike, I've got heated grips, Oxford heated grips in the Super Touring edition. I 3D printed these little things. They're ever so cool. They were the mirror attachment threads, and I plugged them with these 3D printed red plugs. Did it myself. I put the levers on, they're nice, they make it feel really good. I've got a Garmin Sumo XT hardwired into the bike, into the ignition, and it's got the driving plate there, rather than just on a ball mount. You get more data, I think, when it's plugged in via that. The tyre pressure gauge needs replacement because over the past year vibration and moisture must have got in. It's ruined the front one, so I need 2 new valves for it. I've got a voltmeter, which I always want, because I need to keep an eye on what the battery's doing. If that starts reading 10 volts now, I know the alternator's gone full. And I've got my gear indicator, as well as temperature sensor, as well as USB facility up there. So it's got everything. As well as I've got a wire down here under my left knacker, and I can pull it out from under the seat, and that is straight to the battery. That allows me to plug in a Kai's heater jacket and heater gloves into the heater jacket. So it's a proper winter tool. I've also installed the fog lights with daytime running lights and some really clean white headlights and side lights. So lighting, it's sorted. I think another reason I'm going to bench the bike until next year is because it's sorted and my other ones aren't. They need the attention that I've given this to bring them up to speed. So the other day I took the ZX14's fairing off, stripped it right down to the frame, had a lot of wiring to do to put on the auxiliary box on that thing, and I've got my angel eyes rigged up to it, and that was a mammoth task. But without doing it, I couldn't have hardwired my lead for my jacket for this winter, and I couldn't have put on the sat nav. So it was a huge task, and that's what I mean. It needs maintenance, it needs work. Where's this Morris Minor going? He's pulling on me. Nice little pap. God, my back tyre's bigger than tyres on that thing. I think my front one is, to be honest. One. What is that car? 1000cc. It is a minor, look. Nice and steady. Let's not honestly, it's like butter. It's like butter. Oh, it sounds so good. Now it says Mansfield to right, but I'm going to go left. I think it takes me at Ollerton roundabout. Plus, I want to destroy this Cooper S and that Triumph there. Maybe we should send it full gas up this road, what do you reckon? Right then, off to the second gear. Pin. 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 6. Brake. Right, back into civilian territory. Time to be a bit more sensible now. Out of the bikes I've ridden, if I was to go to Devon or Cornwall or Scotland, I would be taking the CBF. Which makes you wonder, why have a ZX40? Why? Why not sell it and get a newer CBF? Or just bank the cash? Do I need it? I guess when I review it soon, we'll find out. Pop the back light and the exhaust. Transition my arse cheek off the bike, drop the leg, all of the foot on the peg, drop the elbow marker style, wind it, short shift, anchor left, give it some angle, wind it, sit her up, pin it in 4, 5th, yeah, you can see why I like it. Engine braking is also very good on this bike. If I would pop 30 down here, so I'll drop my speed. If I was to ride the 14 like that, yeah, it'd be a different game all over. Yeah, I've never actually pinned the throttle on 14. I got there, then front end come up, and then a little bit of poo came out, so I've not done it. I've not tried it since, but it's not the kind of bike you want to mess with. So I hope this little rider review of the CBF is somewhat informative. If anybody out there is thinking of any bike or a CBF, just go to any dealer or any private sale and say, take my money. Take my money, because I don't think you're going to find a nicer riding bike for the cash today, or actually for any man cash. My brother was looking at those BMWs, K1600, and I'm looking at them thinking, yeah, they're big, aren't they? They look comfortable, and I'm thinking, but what would actually give me more than the CBF? And I thought, it won't give me anything more, it'll take away. I won't have the thin, streamlined bike. I won't be able to filter for a start. So, you know, I think the CBF will be clear enough from it. The CBF has multiple identities. It is a sports tourer. It is a sports bike. It is a commuter. It's everything. It's like having a girlfriend who's really pretty, but really brainy, that's a good shag, that won't cheat on you, that'll stick around forever, buy you sweets. I mean, come on, isn't that the jackpot? I think so. I think I'm going to change my Pikes Bikes ride review of this bike to 9.5. The more I'm riding it, that was really fun pinning it back there. Jesus. Yeah, that felt good. I'll be smiling now for days. You see, this bike's just as enjoyable and just as nice taking it steady as it is going fast. I mean, I wouldn't normally ride like that. I've just done that for this review just to show you guys. Generally, I do actually ride really steady. I'm in the speed limit. It's not worth it, you know. Oh, it's crackling really nice. I think actually I'm going to go back that way. Going to do these reviews back to back, jump on the ZX14, review that one, jump on the Triumph, review that one, but I don't think the battery's going to last in the GoPro, so I might have to do one a day. I'd love to go on track, see what I'm actually capable of, get some lap times. Watching MotoGP since I was like 11. You can't watch all them hours of footage and not pick up something. I should really get my Zoom H1N mic under the seat and record this exhaust because it sounds amazing, you know. So that's about it, guys. This brings me to the end of my CBF review. I kind of said all there is to say about this bike. It's perfect. It's amazing. It excels in every area. I can't rave about it enough. You know, this isn't coming from a newbie. I've been riding bikes since I was 11-year-old. I had them all back in the day growing up. I'm from a different generation, so I had my ZX9R and I had my ZZR1100. I had my Fireblades, 3 of R1s, X-Ups, you know. And then in more recent time, well, I had a FZ750. God, they're all coming back to me now. I've had everything growing up what I wanted, and then in recent times CBF, ZX14, and then I've rode things like Thunder Racers, Millys, Triumph, so I've got a good understanding. And yeah, even though I've rode and owned all them bikes, CBF is king. This is Mr. Pike saying thank you for coming along for a ride. This gets a Pike's Bikes thumbs up approval. Speak to you soon. Until then, take care. Peace.